Keep It Crazy family. Today we thought we would do a fun just sit down and answer so many questions that we always see.
These are the big questions.
These are the big questions that we always see in our comments. And so we reached out to Instagram and wow, you guys had a ton of questions. So let's get started. And we picked ones that were like,
yes.
Wow. Okay. These are some hard ones. All right. Do you love them as your own immediately or does it take time? Start out with some hard ones. What do you think? What's your answer to that?
I would have to say it does take a little bit of time, but not very much.
Yeah. No.
When you first get them, it's not like, oh, I love you. Like,
and they don't feel that way either.
And they don't.
Yeah.
No. It definitely is something that grows over time. Yeah. And I think as foster parents too, prior to actual adoption, you learn to protect your heart a little bit.
You do. Just in case, because you know they might leave.
I know. Until you've actually adopted them, you might lose them.
Yeah.
So, and then once the adoption's final, it's just like fully engulfing.
Then you're like, you're my kid. Yeah, and it's no different.
And I don't think of any of the kids as not my own. So
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
All right. Were you worried about new placements triggering your kids who weren't healed or settled yet? Yes
to
and
some
no.
degree, yes.
Okay, we had one, and I've probably told this story before. I feel like you guys know us so well. We tell these stories over and over. But we had got a new placement, a girl, and at one point I walked around. And I was like, "Where is everybody?
Yeah,
where did they go?"
It's too quiet.
Yeah, I go upstairs, open the door, and all of my girls are hugging and just around her, and they were all bawling and they were all crying. And I'm like, "What's going on?" And they said, she misses her mom and we know how that feels. And they just really felt sorry for her. But it really ended up to be this like connection. I felt like that all of them really had, and that they really supported each other and loved each other through it. And so I feel like it was on the reverse. Like everybody helped kind of heal each other because they were going through the same things.
And that's exactly what I was going to say is, yes, your adopted kids could be triggered, but most of the time it actually
they understand.
Being more sympathetic or empathetic toward that child. It's really a benefit.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Do you guys ever get one-on-one time with each of your kids? Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We are really good with the kids that are in our home. And I feel like out of our home now that they've moved out and on their own. And I know a lot of you are like, it's supposed to be that way. But to us, it feels like, are you getting enough attention out on your own? Are we supporting you enough? Are we calling you enough? Are we, I actually have like a list of everybody during the week. And then I make sure I check mark and make sure that I talk to everyone during the week. How are they doing?
She does much better at that than I do.
I'm nosy though, too. So I have to know, did they get that job? Did they, that kind of thing. Are you planning on adopting again? If yes, what age? We have talked about that. Yes, our license is open, so we could adopt. We are not actively searching. But however, I do on my side, I feel like teenagers are what I'm looking for. Do you feel the same?
Well, I kind of felt that we don't want anybody younger than Trey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. Eventually, we would like to be done.
Yes.
Eventually. We love what we do, but I know there's a time that we're going to want to.
And as there's more and more grandkids and stuff, it's like, I want to focus on that.
True. So. Yeah, that's true. So no one younger than Trey. That's a good one. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Who was the first kid or kids that you adopted?
Okay, so that would be Cody, Lizzie, and Lacey. They were our second placement from foster care.
Yep.
Our first placement was a little group of 3. We thought they were going to be ours, and we were really devastated.
Yeah, DCS told us these are your new kids. So I was like invested.
No worries.
I did not want to go on after that when we lost them. I was like, I'm done with it. And it was Jared that was like, one more group.
No, let's just try this again.
Let's do it again. And then we got Cody, Lacey, Lizzie, and I had such a different feeling. Like I knew right from the beginning that they were supposed to be ours. I knew it. I felt it.
Yeah.
So many of you. This is such a funny one of them. It's this one. So many of you put, why just why? Like, why did we adopt this many? We didn't start out like that. We had Landon as a newborn, and then we had Kylie, who was 12. And we just wanted to kind of fill the middle a little bit.
Which was perfect.
Which is
when
why
we
Crazy
did our
Littles.
adoption with Cody, Lizzie, and Lacey, we're like, we're done.
We're done.
Finished.
I know. I was like, oh my gosh, like that was so quick.
This was awesome. It was a great experience.
Yeah.
And the next day we get a call and we're like,
And they're like, well, we have some more.
You have some openings on your license again. We have some kids that we would like to place with you. And we're like, well, we thought we were done, but...
And then it just
sure, why not?
going and going and going and going. A lot of them we were like, okay, we're done. Okay, we're done. And then it would be like, we would get a call and be like, well, if you don't want to keep these kids, we're going to separate them and we'll have to find different homes and they'll have to spend some time in a shelter. And we'd be like, don't do that. It's okay.
Yes.
They knew us. They knew.
There were a couple situations too where, because we had some contacts in DCS, people that knew us well enough, they were like, oh, we have this kid. You just need to hold him for a couple of days. And then we'll find another place for him because we just don't have anywhere to put him right now.
Yes.
And we'd have him for a couple of days. And, we're like,
and then we couldn't let them go. Yes. Did religion, this is another one that was asked a lot. Did religion have anything to do with us adopting this bunny?
Zero. Absolute zero.
Zero. Yeah.
We talked about it on our first date.
Yeah. We're getting to that. Hold on. I have a question for that.
Oh, okay,
don't go too far.
Okay.
Does it give the same excitement like if you were having a baby? By the way, love you guys. Thank you. Yes. In fact, when we adopted Cody, Lacey, Lizzie, I'm like, these are our babies, our new babies. And I was like, is it weird to send out birth announcements for your older kids?
And I was like, yes, that's weird. She wanted to.
These are my new babies. These are my new babies. I don't think so. And so, yeah, but I mean, we got bigger and bigger, and that probably would have became a silly thing, but it does feel like a new baby in your family. It's your your new kids, and it's exciting.
Now, along those lines too, when we talked about our very first placement and how we were devastated when we lost them, when we got Cody, Lizzie, and Lacey that first day, it took away a lot of that depression and whatnot from losing our first placement. Yeah. It was really exciting.
So devastating, and then it was felt exciting.
It felt really exciting again.
Yeah.
And that first day we took them out to go shopping because they literally came to us with nothing.
Yeah.
And my parents were staying at our house at the time, and they got to experience it too. And they were all in at that point.
I think it helped them understand, I
this
see
is
what
actually
you're doing.
Really cool.
Yeah, your mom has always been crazy supportive, just loving towards all of our kids. She's just such a wonderful person. Yeah. So, okay. When did you start talking about wanting a big family? First date. Yeah.
Not this big. We didn't.
No.
I want 2, 4, or more.
We talked about adopting. We did not have a plan for having our own. That was not a plan. No. We just wanted to adopt right from the beginning. Why did you want to adopt sibling sets? Kids without siblings need a home as much as them.
I do agree with you on that.
I do agree with you.
I agree with you. Kids.
Yeah.
That's very, very true.
All the kids need a home. I think for us, it just became right from the beginning about, we saw how so many siblings were separated, and we saw it. And I was like, wait, you're not going to put them in the same home? Like, I feel like these kids have already lost so much. Teachers, parents, family.
They've lost everything.
And then to lose their siblings on top of it, it's too much to lose.
It really is.
And so we saw that there wasn't, even in the adoption groups or the foster care classes and different things, people really only wanted 1, maybe 2.
True.
And so we were like, no,
because they feel they're too overwhelmed with that. You know?
And we knew that we could handle it. We really did.
And when you keep siblings together, they all tend to thrive far more than if you separate them.
They have the support.
They really struggle when you separate them. Mm-hmm. So try to keep them together as much as possible.
We just wanted to keep siblings together. Someone said, I thought it was 21 kids because we keep saying 18 kids. Technically, we have 19 because we consider Nicole adopted in our hearts. So 19 kids.
We couldn't ever adopt her because she was never placed with us.
She was never placed with us, so there's no adoption. Yeah, we can't adopt her, but we consider her adopted. So 19 really, but 18 on paper. Yeah. And
she did live with us after she was removed from the group home at 18 years old.
Mm-hmm. Her and her daughter.
She lived with us for about a year, I think.
Yeah.
But technically, she never was placed with us through the system. So we can't adopt her. But.
We can't. And then we have one. I have an older one from a different marriage,
Kylie,
and then we have Landon. And I know we said we didn't plan on having Any kids?
Okay.
No.
That's whole other story.
My family put me in a room and
it was a
had
total
a intervention. And they were like, you just got married. You
this
need
is
to
like
have
2 months after we were married.
They're like, you need to have a child together before you start adopting. Just have one of your own, just one. And then I was like, okay. And then we were pregnant. So, yeah.
But it took an intervention.
It did, because I really didn't. I am not good pregnant. I am one of those people that are sick.
It was difficult.
Like, it's like having the flu every day for 9 months with me.
Basically, yes.
It's real. I have
and
really
the labor
rough
was absolutely horrible. It was like 15 hours.
And then finally, I just had a C-section.
Where the epidural only took on one side.
Okay, this is not birth story.
There's a whole other story.
This is not birth story. This is not birth story.
Sorry.
Okay. How much money do you spend a year for like house, food, and birthdays and etc.?
I have no idea.
We have no idea, because it's so different. Every year to year, it's just different.
Agree. It's very
so
different year to year.
On the birthday side of it, we let our kids pick whatever they want for their birthday.
We try to, yeah.
We try to, within reason, obviously.
Clear.
They can take trips. They can do, it's their birthday. We let them pick whatever they want. And as you've seen over the years, a lot of them pick Vegas, which I'm so tired of Vegas. I'm so tired of it. Crystal and Aaron recently went to Vegas and invited us, and I was like, no.
No, we're good.
No, I'm good. Okay, so they can pick trips. We do let them, we did last year, we did a trip with a kid. We actually took them to Disneyland.
Yeah.
And we did not film it. And I always feel bad, because a lot of things that we don't film, you guys see us out and there were so many people that recognized us. And I was like, this is probably weird that we didn't film it.
Sure.
Yeah, sometimes we don't film it.
It's really their choice whether they want it filmed too.
Yeah, it's their birthday, whatever they want to do. This year we offered Landon Six Flags. I was like, that'd be so fun for his birthday.
It's like, what do you want to do? He's like, no, I want to just have a normal day.
Our kids don't always want to go on trips. He just wanted it to be a normal day. Yeah. He wanted Crystal, Crazy Pieces family, to come over and have a party, and he just had a good night, and that's what he wanted to do. So,
which is totally fine.
Whatever they want, we do. Did Mason not have any siblings to adopt with him? We have some news.
Okay, yes.
This is exciting. So he does have a baby sister. She was
a baby.
She was a baby.
When we
She's
first
older
got him,
now. But when we first got Mason, he was supposed to be just please take him for the weekend, is what they asked from us, and we'll find him a home on Monday, because and so we were like, absolutely, we'll go pick him up from the airport, and then we fell in love and kept him.
We'll take him.
We asked if he had any siblings. We asked if he had any siblings. Yes, he had a sister, but she had already been in care. I don't know for sure, but this is what I feel is that she had been in care since she was a newborn, and that the family was already adopting her.
Yeah.
So that was fine. So we left it, and then they ended up moving. I think they live in Hawaii.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, guess what? They're going to be in town this next month.
Yeah.
And so we are going to be doing where they're going to get to meet together, and
I think they've met over the phone.
I think that they have maybe talked over the phone.
Yeah, I think they've talked over the phone.
Yeah.
And things like that, but that's it.
I know. So coming up, I'm really excited about it. I can't wait. What is your favorite memory with every adoption? That would be
that's like a 5-hour
5-hour. Okay, just pick your favorite. What's your favorite one?
I have no idea.
Oh, you don't have one? I have one. My favorite is when we picked up Annabea. We picked her up from a shelter, and she had been left kind of forgotten about at that shelter. And we walked in. Her name was Serenity at that time. And so we walked in, and the lady said, "Oh, she's in the back bathroom." So we just walked down the hallway.
She just took off.
I know.
Okay.
And I looked down in the bathroom floor, and she was sitting on the bathroom floor, and I said, "Serenity," and she just put her hands straight up. Take me, I'm ready. I'm ready to get out of here, I'm sure. And I just picked her up, and I couldn't put her down.
She wouldn't let
me put her down. I felt like her and I had this immediate connection. Yes. And I couldn't even couldn't her down at night in bed without just constantly going in there and looking at her, because I was so in love with her. Yeah. So that's mine.
That. Yeah, okay, I get that. One of my favorites was when we got Cody, Lizzie, and Lacey. and we took them shopping that first night.
Oh, I know. That was so much fun.
We ended up being in their same school district, which is really rare, but we ran into, I think, their librarian.
Yeah.
And while we were shopping, and she just burst into tears. She was so happy to see that they were going shopping. And it was really cool to take them shopping because they had never been to a store like that.
We walked into Target and they were like, what is this?
This is the coolest place
I was like,
ever.
You think Target's amazing? I'm like, wait till you see the mall.
we got to experience a lot of their firsts. And that was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We took them vacations and we just did so much. And everything was their first. So it was exciting for us too. So, okay. Last question. Did Shelly and Jared ever have problems naturally conceiving? I think we kind of talked about that. No, that wasn't a problem for us. So that's not why we took this journey at all. So.
No, not why we did it at all. No, your decision to adopt was based off of an experience from your teenage years. As was mine. I was open to it because I had a friend that was adopted. So I was always open to it. Plus we got married when I was 30?
Yeah.
So it's like when you start at 30, you're looking at.
I remember thinking that we were so old too. I was like, gosh, you're 30. Wow, now we're so much older.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, this has been the most amazing journey for us.
Totally.
I feel like we're just made for this. Like I love it. We've taken so much extra classes, parenting classes on trauma and
we did a lot of love and logic classes, and we loved doing
that is our favorite
style.
parenting style.
And then on top of that, we did a class session with a certain psychologist that was all about trauma and loss. And
many other classes too, a lot over the years. And I feel like it's really helped us and prepared us to take in this many, and we love it and wouldn't have it any other way.
And I know a lot of people are still like, well, still why so many why 18?
It just happened
because
that way.
When you have the capacity, I think we've done really well. And it there may be a moment here and there when it's overwhelming, but I think that we've handled it really well. In fact, we kind of feel like our family's really small now.
We feel really tiny. Yeah. Because we're used to having, 20 kids in the house. More, So to have 10 when we get together, so we have family meetings like once a week or so. And when we get together, I'm like, no, we're missing people. We're not enough. I just feel like we're tiny. So
we feel smaller.
Yeah.
So
anyway, all right. Well, if you have any more questions, please put them down in the comments below.
We'll answer whatever we can.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you soon.
Bye. Bye.